There was a time when people thought that making it onto American Idol would provide a hopeful singer with their big break. While that may have been true for some of the people who've appeared on the show over the years, the majority of American Idol contestants and winners never really hit the big time. What happened to these American Idols once the cameras turned off and the voting ended? Candice Glover. Season 12's Candice Glover tried out twice for American Idol before finally making it onto the show. Her powerful pipes wowed audiences at the time, but she's since struggled to maintain her momentum. Her debut album, Music Speaks, only sold 65,000 copies, and things haven't improved much since its release. Glover is still making music, however, releasing songs on SoundCloud and YouTube, which is your best bet for hearing her these days, because her performances are few and far between. Caleb Johnson. Singer Caleb Johnson's American Idol career was a rocky one. He auditioned for the show in 2011 and 2012, but failed to make it into the final rounds. The rocker finally established himself as a contender in 2014 and won the season 13 title. Johnson's success was short-lived, however. Plagued by poor album sales, he parted ways with Interscope in 2015. In an interview with Billboard, he blamed the label for a lack of support, saying, "I want to find the right home and the right team of people that are going to get behind my music and really do something. What's the point of doing it if the label isn't going to do anything?" After leaving Interscope, Johnson crowdfunded his EP Born from Southern Ground, with a second full album in the works. Most recently, he performed in his native Asheville, North Carolina's Bacon Fest, and seems to be struggling to recapture the glory of his American Idol days. Nick Fradiani. Season 14's Idol win came as a shock. Nick Fradiani thought himself to be an underdog, but despite his doubts, he beat Clark Beckham, who was favored to win the competition. His luck ended there, though, and Fradiani is still struggling to hit the big time. Early in 2017, the singer left Big Machine Records after terrible album sales, telling Billboard, "It just wasn't the right fit. I couldn't be more happy. It needed to happen, and I was hoping for it." These days, he's focused on recording his own songs and recently released an EP. He told Digital Journal, "I'm not obsessing over record sales anymore. It's just getting the music to as many people and hoping that the music turns them into a fan." David Cook. Season 7 of American Idol brought us the Battle of the Davids. Fans were shocked when David Cook beat the projected winner, 17-year-old David Archuleta. Despite his stunning upset, Cook failed to achieve the level of fame that you'd think such a victory would bring him. Despite his first album after Idol reaching platinum status, his follow-up albums sputtered. The singer is still recording and touring even a decade after his win, remaining humble and hardworking. He told the Del Mar Times, "I believe in keeping your head down and doing your work for as well as you can, as hard as you can, for as long as you can." Phillip Phillips. Season 11 featured one of the biggest showdowns of all, as rivals Phillip Phillips and Jessica Sanchez went head-to-head. Phillips ultimately won the title after a record-breaking number of votes. His coronation song, Home, went triple platinum, and for a time, it seemed that Phillips was unstoppable. At the height of his success, Phillips tried to get out of an oppressive contract with his label, 19 Entertainment, who then countersued him for breach of contract. He's not letting his legal battles keep him from making music, though. He's still actively touring and recording, recently opening up for early 2000s mainstays, the Goo Goo Dolls, and hoping that his next album will make the Billboard charts. Ruben Studdard. The 2003 rivalry between Ruben Studdard and Clay Aiken was one for the books. Studdard managed to clinch the title by a margin of less than 1%. Studdard's first album, Soulful, debuted at #1 and sold more than 1 million copies in pre-orders alone. Despite his early success, Studdard's fame didn't last. After dwindling record sales, he was dropped from his label in 2007. In 2013, the singer appeared as a contestant on The Biggest Loser, telling Today that it was time for a major life change. The stint on the show meant taking time away from music and forced him to cancel some performances, but he remarked that it didn't bother him too much, saying, "Being here for 4 months isn't going to kill my career. If 4 months kills my career, then I don't have a career." It turns out those may have been famous last words. Even though his 4th album was timed to be released with the season finale of Loser, it only sold 6,000 copies in the US. Studdard has been struggling to remain in the limelight since. Taylor Hicks. Since Taylor Hicks' Season 5 victory, the singer has been pretty successful, just not always in the music industry. The singer turned restaurateur hosts a food show called State Plate on the INSB cable network. While he's still touring intermittently, he hasn't released an album since 2009. He's also got some strong opinions on the ABC reboot of American Idol. In an interview with The Dominic Natty Show, after it was announced that his Season 5 rival Chris Daughtry would be on the panel, Hicks weighed in on who should be a judge.
If anything, I think a winner should be. Because, what you go through to win the show is a lot different than what you go through when you're 3rd or 4th.
Thanks for watching. Click the list icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.